All right, today we have a pretty long day ahead of ourselves. That's right, guys, we're back to some more Weak Legacy 2, and in today's video, we're gonna be trying to get Dark Thunder V2. Now, here's the catch. Dark Thunder V2 is very, very difficult to get in this game, and it's borderline ridiculous. The title of this video is gonna go either one of two ways. We're either gonna be going from a noob to a Dark Thunder V2 Pro, or I'm just gonna let y'all know Dark Thunder V2 is just ridiculous on Weak Legacy 2. But hopefully we can get this done. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get this for yourselves, and hopefully we can get it as well. All right, so we are in game. And I am literally right next to the snow winter village, whatever you want to call it. Actually, let me go ahead and just reset real quick. Okay, so I'm in the winter village. Since I've last made a video, which was literally a couple of days ago, the game has gotten a couple of different updates, and I'll go ahead and show you guys what's different, what's new, and all that. So if you guys are new to the game and you're wondering, okay, how do I get Dark Thunder V2? Like, what's the process? Basically, you want to make your way to Winter Village. Once you make your way to Winter Village, you want to talk to Muzan down over here, and Muzan will allow you to become a demon, right? After you become a demon, you want to go down over here and talk to Kaigaku. Kaigaku is going to let you get Dark Thunder, but that's going to be Dark Thunder V1, otherwise known as Electrokinesis in this game. And basically, Dark Thunder V1 is going to look like this. So this is Dark Thunder Clap and Flash. Then we have Heat Lightning, which looks like that. Next up, we have the Buzzing Mosquito Thunder. And the last ability is called Lightning Ball, which is a slash. And if you make contact with an enemy, it'll do basically what Heat Lightning does with the little like balls of electricity and just like splatter your enemy. Now, cool, right? You have your electrokinesis maxed out, right? Let's say a level 80, because that's what you need for your last ability. You're like, oh, you know what? I need something better. Okay, now you can probably get Dark Thunder 2. But here's the catch, right? You talk to Kaigaku again, and he says, do you want to learn electrokinesis, V2, which is Dark Thunder V2? For this, you need level 400. That's not that bad. 1,000,000 yen. That's also not that bad. 200 mastery. That's kind of, you know, that's kind of difficult, but not horrible. 20 lightning orbs. This is where things start to get messy. All right, 20 lightning orbs and 1 crystal essence. You guys might be wondering, okay, what the heck are lightning orbs and what's the crystal essence? So the crystal essence is not like absurdly difficult to get. Like, it is kind of difficult to get, but you only need 1 of it. So in order to do that, you actually need to run dungeons in this game, and we'll get to that way later into the video because I'm not even like adequate enough right now as it is to even try that. But that's basically how you get it. So if you know how to do dungeons, just go do dungeons, and you know, you get your crystal key through there. Now, the reason why I started off in the Winter Village is because I wanted to show you guys that you really want to keep track of this route. So here's Rui, right? From the Winter Village to like the starter area down over there. This is basically the path that you want to take to get into the danger zone. So again, right next to Rui, there's going to be this little entrance, and as you go through it, as you guys can see, it's called the danger zone. So this is actually where those lightning orbs are going to have a chance to spawn. So, and look, this is what I mean by the fact that like Roblox aims nowadays are complete and utter nonsense. Not to take away from this game, because a lot of people have been playing the game. The game literally peaked at like 40,000 players just 2 days prior to the recording of this video. But every 60 seconds, right? So every minute, there's a 3% chance, right? Take this with a grain of salt. This is what I've discovered by reading online and doing my research. But there's a 3% chance for it to rain in the game. So very low percentage, but you know, if the rain is there, cool, right? The 3%, it starts raining. Beyond that, however, right, there's gonna be a 50% chance that there will be a thunderstorm. So, or a lightning storm, whatever you want to call it, right? So where lightning starts hitting the floor and all that, and there's a bunch of electricity all over the place. Now, that's not all, right? You might think like, oh, well, that's not too bad. You're tripping. No, that's not all. Okay. After, remember, 3% chance every 60 seconds for it to rain, and then a 50% chance beyond that 3% chance for there to be a thunderstorm. There's going to be a 2.5% chance, right, if there is a thunderstorm, for there to be lightning orbs that spawn in. And here's the kicker. You might be in a different section of the map grinding and doing whatever the case is or what have you. Yeah, you only have about 60 seconds, because typically these storms of the rain last, to my understanding, 60 seconds to 360 seconds. So mostly, usually, and it hasn't been much when I've gotten rain. Yeah, it lasts about a minute, bro. So this is in my opinion ridiculous. It's very tough. The grind as far as like leveling and getting mastery is not so bad, but this is what I mean about Roblox games just doing the most nonsensical, like who has time for this, bro? Like, I get it as a kid, you know what I mean? You guys have school, come home, you have nothing else to do, you know what I mean? You guys play your game. It'll take you maybe a week or a couple of days to get it, or you might get really lucky and just get it right away. But like, this is very tedious, dude. You're layering a percentage to another percentage to another percentage. Like, how are you gonna tell me it's a 3% chance for rain? Then if it rains, there's a 50% chance that it'll thunder. And then if it thunders, there's a 2.5% chance that there's gonna be lightning orbs. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, I'm making my way to our next quest objective because I've actually did some pre-video grinding and I got myself to level 150. The reason why I got to level 150 is because we can actually start taking on boss quests at level 150, notably the Tando boss quest, right? So we're gonna go ahead and try to do that, and we're gonna see how our electrokinesis mastery gain is gonna look like, because yeah, last video I showed you guys that you can literally attack the demon slayers in the winter village back over there, and I'll show you that in just a bit for you guys. And it was good mastery. It was really good mastery gain, and it was going quick, but I think they've literally nerfed that to the ground. Mastery is kind of difficult to get at this point, and I believe it's a shadow nerf because I didn't see anything mentioned in the update log. But anyway, people have told me in the comments that, you know, bosses are the best way to actually gain mastery, so we'll go ahead and try to check that out, see how that goes for us. So here we go. We got to go ahead and attack Tando, and there's Tando. Actually, that's another thing. I think this game needs like a double jump. Maybe the game that has a double jump, you got to unlock it. I don't know, but anyway, let's go ahead and just do this. Go ahead and attack him here. And for some reason I held my heat lightning, which is kind of bad. Let's go ahead and hit him with the buzzing mosquito and actually miss here. Now here's an issue, right? Let's see, can you fall down, Tando? Yep. So this is the issue. You know, we have these other demons down over here as well, so this is not going to be too easy. And this is another problem with the game right now. If you have more than one enemy attacking you, it's very easy for you to get like combo loop and literally just get bamboozled. Anyway, I got clapped up, needless to say. I'm glad that we did though, because I can go ahead and show you guys what I mean about the mastery gain. So right now I have this really efficient dash, so this helps out with the grind over here. But I basically showed you guys this strategy the last video. Again, you go here, attack all these demon slayers, and then you can literally get them all in a little circle here, hit them like that. You can follow this up, and there you go, right? You got a decent amount of mastery. So however, not the same amount that we got in the last video. It's kind of bad, honestly. And realize that every time you defeat an NPC now, you get this thing called reputation. If you guys look at the top right hand corner, we have 3,200 reputation. They currently have a 50k reputation cap on the game. So the way that works is 25k of the 50k cap you can get from defeating NPCs. The other 25k you're gonna have to get from actually like defeating real players. So the game on pub servers is probably going to become very toxic. I'm just letting you guys know right now. Your best bet is probably to play on private servers. Now the cool thing about reputation is that if I go into my menu here and then I scroll down, you can see that they've added this buff system where they amplify the amount of damage that you do and the amount of HP that you have based on your reputation. So currently I get 0.6442% of my damage and HP from my reputation. So that's pretty cool. Since the last update, they've also reworked a couple other breathing styles. I think like insect breathing has been reworked and stuff like that. I'm not sure about if there has been another one or others, but that's the one that I remember reading about. So just be on the lookout for that. But we are gonna go ahead and try to defeat Tando now and try to isolate him, and it'll go a lot better. I'll just lock in and just focus instead of commentating. And after we do that, we'll see how much mastery you get, and then I'll show you guys some new codes. They have a bunch of new codes and whatnot that they have been dropping because people on Discord have been complaining a lot. So they at least have been giving us codes And they should, because there's so many new players to the game, man. This game, the player count for the game right now is, I don't even know what it is. It's just unbelievable, to be honest. A game like this to be having 40k players, no disrespect, but that's insane, dude. All right, guys, we are back at it again, and Tando just got up out of nowhere. All right, dude, amazing. Can you stop doing moves mid my own combo? Like, how is that? Oh my, I'm about to get clapped up again, dude. Yep, definitely got clapped up again. It's not a tough battle at all. It's just like for some reason he's doing moves while I'm like comboing him, and then the other demons around him are also hitting me. Like, you're gonna have to be very careful when you start grinding these bosses, man. Like, this is not like a joke, honestly. By the way, I want to point out, chat, I've been recording this video for about 15 minutes already. Like, I've been in game for 15 minutes, because even when I did my little intro, I was already in game trying to hear to see if a thunderstorm would happen. But lo and behold, yes, you guessed it. No thunderstorm, no rain, no nothing, bro. So I'm telling you, chat, like, this is, oh, there you go, we got him to despawn. This is gonna be something that you're either gonna get absurdly lucky with, or it's just gonna take you an ungodly amount of time to get, and you'll probably end up just saying like, bro, this is just not worth it. But again, I have a lot of grinding to do regardless, so we'll see if we can get lucky in the process. But as it is right now, we are off to a pretty bad start, man. I'm not gonna lie. All right, chat, I am basically cooking Tando right now. Like, you know, I kind of forgot how to play the game low-key. Because like fighting bosses is a little bit different than fighting like normal NPCs. Like, normal NPCs are pretty easy to combo your stuff together and whatnot. And there you go, we did not get a lot of mastery. I'm telling you, I don't know. They either like nerfed mastery getting to the ground in one of these updates, and it was just like a ninja update, basically like a silent update where they didn't mention anything in the update log, because I didn't see any mention of it. But I'm just like, bro, like, mastery gain wasn't absurdly fast last time we played, but it was not this slow. Like, we didn't even gain a level from that, bro. Didn't even gain a level from that. But you know, we got a good amount of levels and stuff like that, so we are level 155 right now. The goal is to get to level 400, so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep grinding. Eventually, you know, we'll fight Zenitsu, which is down over here. Zenitsu, I think, has like 10k. Yeah, 10k. It's hard for you guys to tell, but he has 10k HP. So we'll just try to get the grinding out the way first. So this is gonna be annoying, but hey, what can you do about it, chat? What can you do about it? So I'll go ahead and do the thing. And hopefully maybe we'll get one rain or lightning, or I don't know. Hopefully we get something by the time I see you guys next. But this is just ridiculous. I'm telling you, chat. We are now almost at 20 minutes of me recording this video. Still no rain. And even beyond that, no thunderstorm. And even worse, no lightning orb twig. Oh my God, brother. Oh my God, man. This is what I mean, chat. You see what I mean? Like, now I'm getting the hang of like comboing the bosses. It's just a little bit different fighting them as opposed to fighting like regular mobs. Okay, chat, actually it just started to rain. But here's the kicker. Like I said, we are not close to the entrance of where we need to go, but we'll try to make our way over there. Oh, and ironically, I forgot to mention, a thunderstorm happened. So Rui's right down over there. You know, this is what I mean. Like, you want to like keep yourself in close proximity to this area as much as possible, because when there is a thunderstorm, you need to make your way down over here. So there you go. Let's just see if there's any lightning orbs that spawn on down. Right, so far it doesn't look like it. And yeah, no, I'm gonna wait around. I'm gonna keep looking to see, but doesn't seem like anything has spawned so far. I'm telling you, this is like ridiculous, dude. Like, this RNG, like, there you go, we got one. So, but like this, like RNG, like on RNG, like, it's just ridiculous. We got one, dude. We literally only got one, and we need 25 of them. Ah, my goodness, I'm telling you, chat. All right, fellas, your boy's been at it for a couple of hours. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I can take this, bro. I really don't. Like, this grind is absurd, in my opinion. So I'm barely level 400. I'm level 398 right now. I barely have a million cash. I'm only at 650. And my mastery is at 129. We need 200. So obviously I do have some drip. I'll show you guys what I've gotten. Are you ready? After a couple hours of grinding, no lightning orbs. Okay, I've gotten rain a couple of times, like right now, but lo and behold, it's raining. There's no thunderstorm, so I can't even get the lightning orb. And then when the thunderstorm does proc, when it happens to rain, there could be like, you know, lightning strikes and all that, but no lightning orbs. Like, it's, yeah, like I said, yeah, that's just been my experience. But Rengoku was the boss that actually gave us the most amount of drops. I only managed to get the cloak from Zenitsu, but everybody else, like, not much at all. I mean, I got the fox mask, if I remember correctly, from Tando. So but yeah, Rengoku definitely hooked us up, and that's why we have basically most of his drip. I would have loved to have seen like some VFX on the katanas or the ninjinins, because it's like they're not easy to get, bro. Like, they're low drop chance. I believe they're like 7%, right? Something like that. They're not easy to get, and it's like, for it to not have VFX, like, yes, it looks cool, but could have been a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Kaigoku boss fight over here by ourselves. And why am I messing up, dude? I don't really know. I'm just tired right now, chat. I really am. But basically, I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and then I'm messing up bad right now, but we'll go ahead and get started with dungeon. I'll show you guys how to do dungeons, basically. By the way, guys, obviously bosses are going to be a lot more manageable if you're in a pub server and playing with people, but I just wanted to show you that they are easily doable. Oh my god, I'm just messing up bad. But, you know, like, they're easily doable solo. This new reputation update actually has made it a fair bit, in my opinion, easier to do things, because even right now with only 10,000 reputation, if I show you guys my stats, I basically have a 2% bonus to my damage and health just off of the strength of my reputation. So that makes things a little bit easier. Obviously with bosses like Kaigoku, you can cheese out basically your environment to your advantage, and that could work out in your favor. But I'm just gonna shut up and actually get this done, because I just cannot commentate and fight these bosses. Like, I really can't. And again, I haven't really been doing the best job at showing you guys the combos with basic electrical nieces, but you just want to use your Z key into your X key, and then into your C key, and you can hit a couple of times and ultimately end up using your V key to finish up the combo. But that's going to be your 1-2 combo, basically. That's a combo that you're going to be using on these enemies over and over and over again, so you just want to master that as much as possible. And in between the cooldowns, you can go ahead and kite, as you guys are seeing me do right now, and just try your best not to get caught up, just like basically, unfortunately, how I'm getting caught up in like every single combo right here. But like I said, it'll take some time, chat, but it's definitely doable to, you know, take on these bosses by yourself and not have to like beg people in a pub server to like help you out and whatnot. All right, I kid you not, the boss literally got me on a super mean combo towards the end there. He almost ended up pacing me up, but we're level 400 now, and our next quest is actually to defeat Tengen. So I'll show you guys. Tengen is literally over here. Tengen is going to be a little bit harder than the last boss that we just faced, but his HP difference is not by much. He does have a 7% drop for his cleaves, so we'll go ahead and give this a shot, and then after this, I'll finally go ahead and get on out of here, like I keep telling you guys, and show you guys where to get the dungeon started. All right, guys, so the Tengen boss is almost dead. Tengen is a lot easier to fight, I'll tell you that, than the Kaigoku boss, so that's pretty nice. But still a little bit annoying that he has a little bit more health, because it just takes a little bit longer to kill him. But like I said, oh no, not too bad, since he is a bit easier to fare off against. Now, just as I say that, I'm about to get pieced up here, but we should be fine though. Okay, actually no, we got pieced up, never mind. All right, guys, we're back at it again, so let's just finish him up this time around and get this over with. So you guys can see everything's going a lot easier this time around. There you go. All right, cool, got that done. We're level 404, and basically, guys, this is a map. Well, this is WIP map. This is old map of the game, from the Trello, and dungeons are actually going to be in Little Village. So Little Village over here, I've shown you guys Winter Village at the beginning of the video, and this is basically like the starter area down over here, which is the starter village. So if you go northbound from there, you'll get to the Little Village. Eventually, you'll actually see an in-game icon that says dungeon on your screen, and you know, like I said, that's where you want to go. That's where you'll be able to do dungeons. Supposedly, You can do dungeons as soon as level 250. I didn't try to do dungeons at level 250. In fact, I haven't even tried to do dungeons. Now's when I'm going to attempt it. So that is effectively going to be the way for you to get the, I forget the name of it already. It's like some essence that you need for Dark Thunder V2. Okay, actually, I'm capping, bro. I'm not even, I didn't even realize this. So in the starter village, the dungeon stuff is right there. All right, maybe they moved this around. I don't really know. Whatever, chat. I'm going out of what I see on the Trello and what I was seeing in people's Yap videos. Okay, so when you actually start up a dungeon, you'll realize it's like a wave defense type of thing. And this is actually where you'll be able to get the crystal essence. Now, as for the specifications, I believe the crystal essence can start dropping at like around wave 20 or so. I'm not really quite too sure. That's what I've seen, but take that with a grain of salt, because I mean, look what they were saying about the little village and the dungeons, and it was in the starter area, excuse me. So obviously things on wave 1 are going to be very easy for you to clear out. These guys are going to be super duper weak, but every subsequent wave is going to become increasingly more difficult, and there are going to be increasingly more amounts of enemies. In fact, your best bet is probably going to be to just like stay up atop one of these like little rocks here and get all these enemies together. Probably drop down if you can, and just use an AoE ability or an ability that basically targets multiple enemies. That's probably gonna be your best bet. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do for Dark Thunder V2. It's unfortunate we couldn't get it done in this video, but this is just ridiculous. It's way too much stuff, and it's just gonna take an ungodly amount of hours to get all this stuff, if you don't happen to get extremely lucky with all the RNG involved.